mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we have with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Gone. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. This out quickly to Williams. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards the pickup there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown! Jared Goff with a connection to T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
They snap it to Fields. And that is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. James Mitchell. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for going wrong. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive? Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a... lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Fields. His throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now, think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. This is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Goff throwing complete for Swift. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Good strong throwing catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else is going right in this first half. Kind of follows in look for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Pringle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play this call, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. And this is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields locates Mooney on the out route. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Now a 1st down throw, gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Fields on target to Mooney, 1st down, Chicago.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On play action, Fields. Out to his left. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy sideline. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Velus Jones, 56 yards. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before the break. Fields. That's going to be caught along the sideline. And what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They will run straight ahead with Swift, and he is going to lose yardage here. Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Jones on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. Let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is nearly impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Escaping the pressure right toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Fields going to keep it running left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Bears 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Goff. Got a man, and he hits puts him in stride. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff now to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. On the keeper, and the ball is knocked out. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and then is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, here's Fields. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Montgomery back to the ground. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Bears on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And some room to work. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Powers through it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fields trying to throw for it. Pass incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Bears are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Play action. It's Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 107 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Fields. Got an open man. It's Pringle. Touchdown, Chicago. Byron Pringle, 38 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. On the option to give to Swift here. 1-yard gains are trending. The same result on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. .51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Able to find Kmet. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. All eyes on Fields. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now Fields. And again back to Kmet. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Off play action, Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Throwing now, Goff. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.